On March 16, 1935, the world did not know that the countdown to its greatest catastrophe had officially begun. Adolf Hitler did not just deliver a speech, he detonated a political bombshell that obliterated the global order. Defying the global powers, he officially tore up the Treaty of Versailles, reinstating conscription to build a massive army of over 500,000 men. But while the streets of Berlin erupted in celebration, another side of the world was plunging into a cold, paralyzing shock. Welcome back, history enthusiasts. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and join our journey through the shadows of the past. Today, we dive deep into the crucial turning point of 1935, the year Germany officially woke up its industrial beast and defied the world. In this episode, we will take you inside the top-secret German factories, uncover the hidden intelligence reports, and witness the terrifying moments of the Rhineland crisis. We are tracking the events hour by hour, stepping across parallel battlegrounds and silent war rooms to see how the world was pushed to the edge. Fasten your seatbelts. This is the story of how the road to World War II was paved. In March 1935, the world watched in stunned silence. Adolf Hitler didn't just break the Treaty of Versailles, he tore it apart. Behind the closed doors of Essen and the Ruhr Valley, Germany's industrial titans went to work. Millions of tons of steel poured day and night. Under absolute secrecy, the shadows of the Luftwaffe were born, and thousands of banned tanks rolled off the assembly lines. While Great Britain and France debated in fear, Berlin was transforming into an unstoppable military juggernaut. But iron and steel were only half of the equation. To mobilize an entire nation for the coming storm, Hitler needed more than weapons. He needed absolute control over the minds of his people. In the massive rallies of Nuremberg, under the blinding lights of the Cathedral of Light, he stepped up to the podium. The microphones were set, the drums fell silent, and then the silence was shattered by a voice that would drag the world into the abyss.
Du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.
The speeches were over and the dark reality began. Behind the closed doors of Berlin, the promises of glory turned into blueprints for war. Hitler wasn't just rebuilding Germany, he was forging a terrifying war machine. Across the nation, factories worked day and night, transforming steel into massive panzer tanks, deadly fighter jets, and terrifying secret weapons. The world remained silent, hoping for peace, while the shadow of the swastika was already marching toward total domination. By 1939, Hitler's secret rebuilding reached its lethal climax. The world was about to witness a terrifying new doctrine of warfare. Blitzkrieg, the lightning war. At the bleeding edge of this strategy was the Luftwaffe, Germany's overhauled air force. Before a single boot crossed the border, deadly Junkers Ju-87 dive bombers shrieked through the skies to paralyze enemy defense and shatter civilian morale. The sky was no longer safe. It had become the anvil upon which Europe's destiny would be ruthlessly crushed. At exactly 4:45 a.m., the illusion of peace shattered. Without a declaration of war, the German battleship Schleswig-Holstein opened fire on the Polish transit depot at Westerplatte. Simultaneously, the sky rained hell. In the brutal Battle of Mokra, Polish cavalry and infantry fought desperately against the iron teeth of the 4th Panzer Division. Despite immense courage, bravery alone could not halt thousands of tanks tearing through the borders. The German war machine didn't just attack, it sought total annihilation. By mid-September, the bloody noose tightened around the capital. The siege of Warsaw began, a relentless, merciless bombardment that turned a historic city into a graveyard of burning rubble. As Polish forces organized a final heroic counterattack at the Battle of Bzura, the ultimate betrayal struck from behind. The Soviet Red Army crossed the eastern border, executing the secret pact with Berlin. Caught in a lethal vice between two ruthless empires, Poland's fate was sealed. The nation was torn apart, and the darkness of World War II had officially claimed its first victim. Behind the front lines of the Blitzkrieg, a dark and systematic terror was unleashed upon the Polish people. This was not just a conquest, it was the deliberate eradication of a nation. In the West, Hitler's Einsatzgruppen death squads moved behind the Wehrmacht, executing tens of thousands of Polish intellectuals, priests, and leaders to crush any future resistance. Meanwhile, in the East, the Soviet NKVD orchestrated its own calculated horror. In the depths of the Katyn forest, over 22,000 captured Polish military officers and elites were systematically executed by Soviet forces, each shot in the back of the head. Crushed between two ruthless ideologies, Poland became a land of mass graves, where millions of innocent civilians were subjected to brutal forced labor, ghettos, and mass slaughter. The war had only begun, but Poland's agony would echo through eternity. Before we proceed, we must pause and acknowledge the harrowing nature of the footage you have just witnessed. The devastation of these cities and the grim reality of the Katyn massacre are deeply disturbing. However, to truly understand the sheer scale of this tragedy, we must uncover the uncomfortable truths and the dark secrets that history tried to bury. This brings us to a chilling chapter that numbers alone cannot explain. And now we unveil the dark, hidden secrets of the war. Weeks before the world would ever hear the name Katyn, a suffocating wave of mystery began to sweep through Polish cities. In the dead of night, as if swallowed by the earth itself, thousands of judges, doctors, and intellectuals vanished from their homes without a trace. Mysterious military trains began moving systematically toward the east, heavily guarded, carrying the very mind and soul of Poland. No one could have known that their final stop would be a black hole hidden inside a freezing forest. The Katyn forest became a silent graveyard for 22,000 innocent souls. A crime denied for half a century, hidden beneath layers of propaganda and political betrayal. But the truth, no matter how deeply buried, eventually claws its way into the light. This was not just a massacre. It was the day a nation's heart was torn out in total secrecy. If you believe history should never be forgotten, subscribe for more uncovered truths and leave your thoughts below. Until next time.